Can you tell me over how many years, maybe without even a biopsy or anything, how many years have you seen it progressively get thinner? Like 3 years ago, did you have way more hair?
Within the 3 years ago, I had more hair. I've always been thin, but if I showed you pictures from a year, like I would say within the last few years, when I was a teen, of course, I had a lot of hair. Like it was long curly hair. I had a lot of hair. So this is something I've always wanted to do, but I could never find the right. Like I've tried Great Lengths. I've tried, little wig stuff. It's like, dude, I want something that's a little more permanent. But of course, if obviously if this is a health thing.
It's so sad because people with alopecia have a permanent hair loss disorder. Lobby for women that they could quit saying that basically is cosmetic. What's cosmetic about getting hair when you get bald? That's not cosmetic.
Yeah.
Cosmetic is when you want it for, like Beyonce. That's cosmetic. Beyonce has a load of hair, so when she gets those wigs and everything, like when you see those L'Oreal commercials, those are all units in wigs and kind of like what I'm doing on you right now. None of that's her hair, but the woman has a lot of hair. She has no hair problems. So if she really wanted to wear her own hair tomorrow, she could. That's more cosmetic. But for women who are thinning and have thyroid problems, Crohn's disease, cancer, lupus, even that compulsive hair pulling disorder, that is a sickness. Yeah. So you don't say that this is cosmetic, so we're not going to cover it. Yeah. So still, it's not anything out there that basically is for us with the problems that we have. I would say from a standpoint of hair loss, you're about 50-50. You're real blessed in where your hair loss is. Because but it's funny, when I look at the density in the back of your head, you have way more hair in the back than you have in the front. Your density for cuticle is way thicker. And in the front, that's where it's mostly thin up top up here. We make this thing, because I don't have any hair in the front. So usually if you have hair loss in the back, you're a lot better off than having it in the front because you have to cover everything. So with yours matching the look of the person nationality wise, then the hair looks fake. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, that's definitely not hers. Yeah. You want to be able to look at a woman and go, wow, she has beautiful hair, that's your hair. So whatever the problem is, if it's thinning, hair loss from medication, whatever it is, you want to have the most natural look you can for yourself, whether people are going to say that's your hair or not, or somebody look at you and just go, wow, you have gorgeous hair. That's up to you to say, oh, this is not mine, or oh, it's mine, or just thank you. Does that mean it's going to grow back if I have that? And I said, well, usually if it's something like that and it's a chemical imbalance and it's embedded into your blood system, we can't fight that. Medication usually can't. Doctors will give shots for it. They will give pills for it. They will give things to try to stop the process.
That stuff has side effects.
Oh yeah, it has side effects. And I tell people, like I have people who would go in for those very painful shots, and they would get shots in their head to try to get the spots to grow back in, and they would say, Helen, I'm seeing a little bit of hair, I'm seeing this, because mentally it's a psychological problem when a woman is losing her hair. You go into it thinking one thing, and I'm going to try the best I can to tell you, look, the reality of it is this thing. The reality of it is that what I'm going to try to do out of the 16 different methods I do is as professionals, find the right one for you that's not going to cause you to have more hair loss because of me. Now, biologically, you may have more hair loss because of your situation, but I never tell people, okay, we're going to grow your hair. Now, if you're an enhancement and you already have hair and you have no hair problems, probably take one of our weaves off and you have this much more hair. That this is going to be the outcome. If we get something greater than the outcome, then great.
I always tell them, expect the worst and hope for the best.
And hope for the best. That's all we can do. And if we're fair and honest about that, that's what we do. So it's up to you if you want to wear it or not. A lot of women have problem here. It's like, I have curly hair and I don't want it. I want straight hair. So we'll do it and make it straight. Or I've always wanted curly hair. We'll do it and make it curly. Or my hair's not long enough. or it's too coarse, or it's too straight, or it has no life to it. So weaves are done for different reasons. Extensions are done for different reasons. Non-surgical hair replacement is done for different reasons.
And that's whatever you have to do to help people in what it is they need. So
and that's this business, and that's why I try to educate a lot of the cosmetologists and tell them, just don't look at something and go, oh, because I'm a cosmetologist, I can get you a little wig, or I can put a little sew in it, or I can bond.
That's why
so that they can tell their customers where to go.